The boys
are back
with another video.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Are y'all ready for this?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video with your boys. Of course, we are called Ballin' with the Boys podcast. I'm your boy Chris. That's y'all's boy Justin. As you guys know, we're about to give you a whole lot of news around the league. Justin, why don't you kick us off with some news?
Kansas City won.
Okay.
The Super Bowl.
Hey, let me start off with some good news.
Well, okay, let's start out with some good news. Yeah, what good news is there, dude? I don't even have good news.
Not even bad. They just rip off the wax patch.
I don't even have good news on the 49ers, dude. I got the fact that before the Super Bowl happened, they had their hotel alarms go off, and a few of the players...
I ain't seen that. The fire alarm got pulled. Dang, whoever did that, man, y'all ruined their 8 hours of sleep, so that's why they played bad.
And then I seen after the Super Bowl, after they lost... let's see, who was it? Teron Armstead and Juszczyk both came out and said they didn't know the overtime rules.
You mean Trent Williams, not Teron Armstead? Armstead plays for Miami.
Tariq Armstead?
Oh, Tariq.
I don't know, dude. It's something
Okay.
Armstead, dog. Okay. He plays for the 49ers. I know that.
You're talking about the defense player. But I got that in my notes, too, talking about we didn't know the rules. Blah, blah, blah. And did you hear about the ref looked at, who was it that did the coin flip? Was it Purdy? No, it wasn't Purdy.
It was, who was it? I forget. But, yeah, he looked and tried to confirm.
Yeah, he was like, are you sure on the overtime coin flip? He's like, are you sure? So, I mean, first of all, it's the same rules as the playoffs. How do you... No, it's not. I thought they made playoff rules where you score a touchdown.
Okay, I'm sorry. Playoffs, yes.
Yeah,
playoffs,
regular
yes.
season is where if you just score the touchdown, it's game over.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought you said regular season. But
yeah. So, how do you not know that rule? Especially the Bills throwing a fit about it, and then it gets changed.
Years ago.
Yeah.
This wasn't this year change, dude.
That's crazy. So, 49ers, I don't know what y'all were doing during that time to not understand the rules.
Yeah. And then I was watching some more media coverage because that's all I really seen after the Super Bowl was media coverage on both the teams.
Yeah.
But Kyle Shanahan himself said that they didn't train for an overtime possibility with the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Man.
Because they wanted it to be
ready.
He said no. His excuse was they wanted it to be put away by them. They didn't even want to be at that point in the game. It doesn't matter if you want to be in that point of the game. I'm sorry, as much as I don't like Kansas City, it is the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I've said in our previous episodes, they hit the playoffs. It don't matter what they look like in a regular season, dude. They turn it all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
they're going for the trophy.
Right.
And unless Joey B is in the playoffs with them, they're probably making it to the trophy. Coming next year.
Dude, I don't know what happened.
Shanahan underestimated them. Clearly, is what it was.
Here's my thing. Did you see the whole thing about the Kansas City Chiefs have no holding penalties in the postseason? And then you go back and watch any of the tape, and there's a lot of holding calls. I think like one dude even got tackled. I can't remember if it was Chase Young or if it was, is it Nick or Joey that's on, I think it's Nick that's on the 49ers.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's Nick Bosa.
Overhyped.
But it was either him or Chase Young. They literally got tackled by an offensive lineman.
Yeah, I mean, I seen what you was talking about. What I read though said that they haven't got any holding calls on them in the past 3 Super Bowls.
Okay, maybe that's what it was.
I think.
okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the same thing we seen or not.
No, that's what it had to have been, because this is the only time I've seen that.
But also in the same post, it said that they was, I think, tied for second most holding penalties during the regular season.
That's wild. But I will say, though, that I'll say this. Like you, I'm not a huge Kansas City fan. I don't like them. They're overhyped. I will say the game was played fair, though. I will say the refs called more of the calls on Kansas City than the Niners.
How much of that is good officiating to... Yeah, I mean, how much of that...
Yeah, but what I'm saying, though, is that most of the calls was on Kansas City during that game.
You got to think about it. Everybody's going into it thinking entertainment industry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is pretty much past the whole NFL is scripted part. More so going to, yeah, I think it's rigged in different ways, but obviously it's impossible to give every player on a team a script or the major players on a team a script and just expect them to forfeit. Personally, I don't think it goes that far. I believe it's all in the hands of the referees at the end of the day when it comes to the rigging. Mm-hmm. Do I think every game's rigged? No, probably not. It doesn't matter to rig every game. It's the important one. Now, they're under so much scrutiny from this that they gotta at least make it look like they're trying.
Right.
And they call little calls against them early in the game while it still doesn't matter the most. And then when it matters the most, all of a sudden they started missing call after call after call after call. I thought it was good officiating too. And then I seen more and more plays come out after the Super Bowl where I was just like, wow, they missed that, they missed that, they missed that. What is going on?
Yeah. I mean, just from what I've seen, I'm only calling it fair just because everybody was probably, whoever, dislikes Kansas City was probably going in thinking that, well, the 49ers are about to get, like, calls after calls after calls, where it didn't happen that way.
Yeah, it definitely didn't. However, when they needed the calls the most, they was just, Ray Charles in it out there. Straight Stevie Wonder to the...
That was the 49ers.
BS.
That was the 49ers' entire defense during that overtime. They literally let them just go downfield.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
They had two times to stop them.
If they would have got them holding penalties called, though, or if they wouldn't have got held, they would have stopped.
Yeah.
I guarantee that part, because there was a time where Chase Young was almost on Patrick
That might have been the
Mahomes,
time where I was talking about they got
and
tackled.
he's getting ripped by his shoulder pads to the ground, like no chance.
But here's the other thing: is when I was watching that video, you don't see them throwing their hands up like, "Hey, dude, he's holding me." You see, like, they're not even saying nothing. They're
used to it.
I mean, I don't
And
know. I'd still be saying something like,
"You're not supposed to. You get fined for that." A lot of these boys in San Francisco, I mean, some of them are making some money, but look at Brock Purdy, dude.
yeah,
I mean, yeah.
lowest
I don't
paid
know.
quarterback made it to a Super Bowl. But yeah, it wasn't a Super Bowl that I wanted to see. Hopefully, I'm praying next year is different.
It's gotta be Rodgers or Joe Burrow in the Super Bowl next year.
Rodgers is coming out tearing his other Achilles.
No, I better not see Geno Smith in a Super Bowl.
I don't know. They're probably pulling away from the colors now. Yeah.
What else about this super. Ooh, how about this? Travis Kelce in the middle of the game.
Oh, yeah.
After Isaiah Pacheco, the guy.
Well, I mean, I think he actually did kind of get benched because you didn't see him a lot during that game.
Oh no, he still came out.
I mean, he did, but you did not see him a lot like everybody expected.
He had the blocking role a lot of the time. I seen Noah Gray catching.
I was gonna
catches
say
and
he
stuff.
probably got the blocking role after yelling at Andy Reid saying, "Don't ever take me out of the game," because that's when Pacheco fumbled the ball because I think Noah Gray didn't pick up a block.
I don't know. I know Isaiah Pacheco straight fumbled that thing. Travis Kelce went over to his coach, super angry, and as Andy Reid says, caught him off balance.
Yeah,
What I seen was
I seen a
Damn near
straight like
pushed him
grab.
up off of
I
his
seen a straight
feet
like
while
push
making sure
grab.
he doesn't necessarily
Yeah.
fall. But yeah,
I
there
was gonna say I seen a push grab.
That wasn't no little oh no, I was off balance already, a little unsteady.
Supposedly, I'm just gonna throw this out there though. Supposedly, a lot of Swifties was unhappy with Travis Kelce when he did that and was saying that Taylor should break up with him now.
Okay, well. I think you've already said it to me. But no, I mean, what really surprised me about that is, the fear in Andy's eyes and body language when that happened was crazy. And then after the game,
I think he stiffened up for a minute. He was like, ah.
yeah, like basically, like he thought he was about to get sacked again. He was having flashbacks. But I mean, he defended him after the game. Said he's playing with passion and emotion. I always love that in players. This isn't the first time it's happened. Which just makes it sound worse to me.
So, okay, if it ain't the first time that, does he mean like with Travis or does he mean with another player? Because if he means with Travis, we would have already seen this before.
I believe he means with Travis, but I mean also maybe not. You know, cameras just don't get that glimpse in on the regular season game type deal when it happens or something.
I'm surprised they got that in because they're always so focused on either the game when it's happening or Taylor Swift.
Well, Taylor Swift was actually shown for under 1 minute during the entire Super Bowl, which is probably the least she was shown in any game since starting to date Travis Kelce.
I was gonna say, is that probably because Travis Kelce was barely getting the ball for one?
No.
And he was barely in.
This is Super Bowl. A lot going on. She wasn't the only famous person there.
No.
But why don't we joke? No, hold on. No, revert back, and then we're gonna revert back to the back of what we're talking about right now. If you didn't follow along, it's okay. You will soon. So we was talking about Travis Kelce putting his hands on Andy Reid.
Mm-hmm.
But Andy Reid came out defending him, and then later on in the week, we know that the Kelce brothers got their New Heights podcast. Yeah, everybody knows that. Okay, if you know about this podcast and you ain't heard about the New Heights podcast, whoa. But you understand, even Jason Kelce didn't defend his brother. He said he crossed the line. He said that that's something that you just don't do in the game to your coach. Like, that's just, I don't care how passionate you are. When everybody else in the league, the coaches, his fans, were all defending him, his own brother's like, nah, hold on. Because this is a lot of bullcrap. You don't do that to your coach.
Yeah.
Which, to me, that was like, yeah, okay. Hey, this is why I like Jason, and this is why I think Travis is a douchebag.
I mean, don't get me wrong. When I talked about it last time, talking about how him and Patrick were garbage people, I mean, you know, it's just what I'm saying. You know, if you take it to heart, oh well, you make billions of dollars. Go wipe your tears with it.
Words shouldn't hurt you, no. Like, I'm broke and they still don't hurt me, so come on, son.
But, you know, it's just talk. But here, it's just like, it makes it even more, but I'm trying to think of the word, not noticeable, but more clear that Travis is. Because it was with the whole Justin Tucker thing on his home field. and then now you're gonna like go and rush up to your coach and yell in his face.
Yeah.
Like, you're lucky you didn't get benched. I mean, you really are.
And I think that
I really feel like if any other player would have done that, it might have been benched. Or, yeah, any other player on that team would have done that, they would have been benched.
right.
Unless you're Kelsey or Mahomes.
Yeah, I mean, you're not lying about that. I was just say, like we discussed and like Jason said, cross the line. Y'all do it. But, I mean, I don't know, dude. He keeps making a bad case for himself. And, of course, I feel like media probably doesn't help that case because when the media's got you in a certain light, they're going to keep looking at you in a certain light. So, like, you know, I ain't seen anything
we
good
know
that
all
Travis
about
Kelce has done.
Okay, I'm not going to say... I was going to say we know all about media, but for one, we don't because media don't talk about us. We're not that popular yet. But we know about media because of the whole JT situation.
I mean,
that we
yeah.
talked about how media made him look like he was going to walk away. And then he came out and actually discussed everything on Zaire Franklin's podcast, The Trenches.
Yeah, okay. I did not hear about that.
Yeah,
you were telling me Zaire's got a podcast?
Him and EJ and some other guy that don't play on the team.
Look at me. I'm out the loop.
Yeah, so he came out and JT came out and basically said that, you know, media is just, you know, doing their job, making a story.
Right.
Taking pictures at the wrong time.
Yeah, which, I mean, will happen a lot. Which, I mean, like I said, the media painting Travis in a bad light, paint Jason in an amazing light. Right before we started recording this, not too long ago, I read, before I came up, that he ran a 5K to donate to autism. And first of all, I was like, what 5K? Like, Jason Kelce ran a 5K. I'm not running a 5K, dude.
Dude, I seen, like, honestly, I want to shout out to Jason Kelce. My son was diagnosed with autism, so, you know, thank you for that. But, yeah, I'm a big dude too. And the fact that he did that, and after the finish line, I just see him like hunched over, like, I'm like, dude, I would probably make it to the finish line and pass out.
He's screaming for beer. He's like,
hey, speaking, a little side note about Jason Kelce, I seen something posted. I don't know if I just seen it posted on X or if I seen something like, I don't know, an NFL thing post on Facebook or something. But somebody came out and said we should have a docu-series about Jason Kelce going to all the fan bases, tailgating, and do their traditions.
that'd be pretty cool.
So I was like, I mean, dude looks pretty lit. Did you see the video at the after party of the Super Bowl where he was wearing the luchador mask?
Dude,
He was with the DJ just rocking out.
did you see the whole video?
Where it panned to him?
Pan from Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce just casually dancing.
Yeah.
You got Jason over here just
He's
headbanging
just
with a
luchador mask
on.
Yeah.
That he took from like a 10-year-old kid.
Hold on. Justification for this. He didn't take it. I read that he found it on the floor. I read that he found it, picked it up, put it on. That's what he said in his podcast because he was like, I thought for sure I was getting pink eye from this. But then the little kid said it was his, and so Jason sent it back.
I was going to say that the kids and the parents' side of the story is something about he asked for him to sign it or something, and he ran off with it throughout the night. And now they're just kindly asking for it back. And then I seen a tweet that he posted talking about mission get whatever the kid's name was, his mask back. Is full go.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, it'd be cool if he sent it back signed or like
No.
some other stuff or whatever. But yeah, no, that was absolutely hilarious. That's a party animal right there.
Get that man a few beers, and yeah, that's a big boy partying. I would not want to mosh pit with him.
And you know he was probably absolutely obliterated.
Oh, for sure.
So we'll just keep the comparisons. Let's go to when Travis Kelce is completely obliterated. I made a little
the Super Bowl party.
Yeah, I mean,
at the Super Bowl parade.
Yeah, the after party to the parade and stuff.
Do you remember what he said? Because I mean, most of it was gibberish.
It went something
Like-
like nope, it's not coming to me.
Oh.
He was trying to sing some country song. He was like, "For anybody that knows this song, sing along with me." And like real terrible raspy voice. I don't. Like,
And then I think when Mahomes was talking, you see him in the background just hanging around somebody.
the entire time he's singing, he just sounds like he chain smoked 12 packs of Newports. And I just don't understand because where'd that voice come from, dude? That is not how you sound in interviews, on the podcast, none of that.
Right.
But like, it didn't make sense.
So,
Yeah,
he was.
absolutely
Yeah, there was.
obliterated, though.
Yeah, there's no party in him.
No. I mean, he was trying to sing. Friends in Low Places, maybe. No, that ain't it. It wasn't that. It was some country song he was trying to sing, though.
It might be that one. It kind of like sounds familiar. That
You
might-
got friends in Low Places.
Yeah,
that's
it was.
exactly what it
Yeah,
was. 'Cause
so
I-
see, you just had to reenact it.
Yo, the comparison of that is probably pretty close to spot on. I just need to be
Oh,
falling
man.
out of my chair.
Oh, before we carry on, as you guys do know, also at the parade there was a mass shooting, and I
Dude,
did make
okay,
a post.
hold
on.
The boys are about to get into a serious topic, and we're going to switch the vibe for a second. Don't just be dropping stuff out of nowhere like that. Now, please proceed. I gotta be ready for that. Because I got that in my
From
notes
now on,
too,
I will
but
say-
I had something ready for some type of smooth transition.
Okay.
A brace for the viewers, like something.
From now on, I will start making the
Whoa.
transition for this. My bad. But as you guys know, there
No
was.
kidding, dude. We went from Travis Kelce being obliterated to too soon. Not getting canceled. Continue.
So yeah, serious moment. As you guys know, there was a mass shooting at in Kansas City. I made a post. I'm praying that everybody's recovering very well. We are sorry for the family that lost somebody. So we do hope that everybody honestly is okay. I did see something that things might change during the Super Bowl parades now.
As far as what?
I don't know. I just seen something about somebody made a post. It wasn't like any NFL officials or anything like that, but someone made a post that parades might start going back to stadiums. I remember the Colts had theirs at the RCA Dome before it got taken down.
Yeah.
So might go back to stadiums, and I don't know. Who knows? You might have to buy tickets now instead of just being out in the open. But like I said, we do hope everybody is okay. We are praying for the family that did lose somebody.
Rest in peace to Lisa Lopez Galvin, a radio show host.
That's what I was going to say. Wasn't she the radio host?
Yeah, she was the one and only person to, I believe, lose her life during the parade. There was, I think they said 22 that went to the hospital with injuries.
Yeah.
I mean, whenever something like that happens, you're going to have extra injuries and casualties that happen because people just start stampeding. Everybody's scared.
Oh, yeah,
They're
for
trying
sure.
to get out of there. I mean, that's going to happen. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, rest in peace to her. Condolences to the family, like you said. However, to bring it to somewhat of a more positive light, what you did see is that there's still good Samaritans out there in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Contreras and another guy who I did not find the name of, but they were the two guys that actually took down the gunman and took the guns from him, kicked him away, and held him down till the police got there and stuff. And if they wouldn't have jumped in when they did, how many more people would have actually
Right.
lost their life? So I mean,
It's good to hear that there's still, like you said, good Samaritans out there that's willing to.
Paul
Save a life.
Contreras is a hero. Walter Payton Man of the Year for your boys.
I know we were just talking about Patrick Mahomes. I believe Travis Kelce did too. Shout out to them for going and check on some of the patients that did get injured. I can't remember the players, but some of the players did stay back to make sure kids were okay.
Andy Reid, in the middle of it, picked the kid up, said, "I don't know who you are, but you're coming with me, and I'm keeping you safe." And then, he took him to wherever he was hiding.
I think it was an offensive lineman that also grabbed a few kids and hit them. Or, well, not hit them, but protected them.
Right.
So
shout out to those guys as well. You know, I mean, obviously you guys saved some lives that day as well.
And as you guys know, I'm sure there's hashtags out there. Pray for Kansas City.
Yeah, I'm sure that's probably a hashtag by now. This is the 21st century.
So now let's transition back to over some more news that we got going on. Should I start, or do you got something you want to carry on from that?
You got anything else on Kansas City or
No,
San
I actually
Francisco?
want to move away from Kansas City, the Super Bowl, and San Francisco.
Cool.
I am moving to now around the league. A lot of things that I've seen happen. Like, for starters, Anthony Richardson is a star guy. I don't know if you guys heard, but during the rookie evaluation dinner that they had, this man literally, everybody else left. He stayed and helped clean up.
Yeah, I heard that he said that they left the room in an unpresentable condition or whatever, and that they're unacceptable. That's the word he used. And he said they didn't deserve to have to sit around and clean up after him.
Yeah.
So.
He stayed, and he was, I think he said he was one of the last people to leave.
Yep. I
So,
did
way to be a
read about
star
that.
on and off the field, man. Rumor has it, the Bengals will use their franchise tag on T. Higgins.
Probably. Yep. I don't think they're going to use it on Tyler Boyd.
I was going to say, have you heard anything about T probably not liking to be on the tag? Or
I mean, the tag nowadays is a good
say
paycheck.
Pittman said he
dude.
don't like the tag, but like he will play on it because who would be upset about 23 mil?
Yeah, I was going to say the tag for wide receivers nowadays is not a bad franchise tag anyway. So I don't think he'd be mad about it. I think the only thing he might be upset about is not getting an extension deal or some kind of contract that he actually likes and agrees with. Which, I get it, but at the same time, dude, we got to work our cap space right. We got the fifth most right now, I mean, and that's good, but we want to stay that way. So, I mean, since we've gotten the staff that we've gotten the past few years inside Cincinnati, the financials and the cap space has been
Here's where I'm at.
just great.
So here's where I'm at. You know, I'm not in their shoes, but I don't know. Me personally, I feel like I would rather want to win as a team with the team that I am on than worry about getting paid. Like, if I'm still making millions and I decide, like, hey, I'm going to take it. So say I'm making 16 mil. You know what? Just so we can go to the Super Bowl, let's go get this other guy. I'll take a pay decrease. I'm still making millions.
There's just not people in the world like that. People running around in the world nowadays are just, oh, that's not fair. They're getting
That's what I'm
paid
saying.
this, and
It's
I
like,
do
that's
this,
not-
and it's
like the
like,
people-
yeah,
like,
I mean,
you
the
got-
world ain't fair,
You
bro.
gotta understand, if you want to win on that team, things gotta happen.
Yeah, you gotta make sacrifices. You gotta make your own decisions. What's more important to you? Being with the people that you know, the people you enjoy playing with.
The team that drafted you, that you expected to be with.
Yeah. I mean, being broke, I completely feel you. I wouldn't be butthurt one bit if I went from 20 million to 16 million, and then I got 2 Super Bowl rings. off of
Exactly.
it, and I got that thing for like that contract for like 4 years. Like, sign me up, dude. But also, think about it. Okay.
Well, like I said, I'm not in their shoes, so
no,
I mean,
no, exactly.
You know, if I did go to the draft, or did go through my rookie contract, I became one of the best wide receivers.
You're not in their shoes. We're gonna put you in their shoes, okay?
Okay.
Your job right now. Say you're making we'll just throw out a random salary. Just say you're making $50K a year, right?
Okay.
And then they come to you and they're like, hey, we want to hire you, like, or we want to hire an extra guy or two, you know, to do some other things.
So you're saying they're gonna like, hey, we need to cut your salary
pay
a little
you
bit.
$40,000 now instead of $50,000.
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna feel about
So
that?
here's the difference, though.
You getting extra help,
Yeah,
but you getting paid less.
but here's the difference. They're getting paid millions off the bat,
Well,
especially if you're a first round draft pick.
okay. That's better clarification right there.
Especially if you're a first round draft pick. And then after your rookie contract, you get another contract for a little bit more.
That's suggesting you make it off your rookie contract.
But still, you're on your rookie contract, you're making more than the average person.
I mean, you definitely making more than the average person. But standard of living as an NFL player, I couldn't imagine it's got to be way higher. It's like, I mean, I don't know.
Like if I was making what Brock Purdy was making, I'd still take a pay cut to get the elite guy that I want or need on the team.
All right, I'm sorry. If I'm Brock Purdy and
What's he making,
everybody in the league
five-
getting paid more than me,
What is he making? $800K?
I think it's like 200,000.
No, I think after his like debut season, I think they bumped him up pretty high.
They might have, but he still ain't over $1 million.
No, but still, that's
mean,
more than the average person. So like, you're literally gonna ask the average person who's making $50K compared to $800K a year. Of course, the average person is gonna say, "Yeah, no, we don't need him." To where the guy that's making more, like, oh, okay, you can take $100K off, I'll make $700K a year, and give that guy the extra $100K that we need to get him.
You gotta think about it. You got that $50K a year wage, so you got your budgets set up for that $50K a year living. He's got that $700-800K a year lifestyle that he's got fit into his, like, everything he's got to do. He probably don't got a lot of money to save, bro. Because, I mean, rookie dinners, like, you think about stuff like that, like, bro, they really take your money when you first coming into the
That's
league.
one, I wonder, I mean, this is off track, but I wonder if he ever had to do a rookie dinner since he didn't, like, become the starter rookie
Yeah, I don't know.
until close to the mid-season.
My point
when he
being,
debuted.
though, is like there's 32 starting quarterbacks in the league. Brock Purdy is the lowest paid starting quarterback out of any of them. And
then, especially after this year, Brock
he
Purdy's
made it
definitely
to the
getting
Super Bowl again. So
Brock
like,
Purdy's definitely getting over $1 million contract. He's got to.
it was really messed up for them to
they like
ditch him now.
They're gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna give you $850.
Yeah. I'd probably hightail it out of there. I'd be like, yo, New York, any of y'all.
Yeah. I heard y'all need a Zach Wilson replacement.
He said, I'll
and
come
an
learn
Aaron
behind.
Rodgers replacement.
Yeah.
After Aaron Rodgers already signed a 3-year deal with them. That was wild. I can't believe that. He signed that deal and then he went and got hurt.
They gave Lazard a huge contract for like 4 years, I think, too.
Lazard didn't even play
didn't-
that much, I don't
He
think.
was He
Dude, the only
played.
person- literally
He
the
had
only
his play
person-
time. He had his play time. He didn't have his stats.
Nah.
That's
I
what
was
it
gonna say, literally, the only person you kept seeing the ball go to was either who was it, Uzoma or Conklin. My bad.
Yeah, it was
Conklin.
what? They took that boy and just benched him.
Conklin, Brees Hall, and Garrett Wilson. That was the only people that saw the ball.
Yeah, I mean, nobody was really seeing it. Brees Hall was the main guy. All year. I've seen a stat talking about he was one of the only running backs to ever have like consecutive games, 99 plus rushing, 99 plus receiving yards.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't remember the number it was. But like apparently he's got the first in that. I mean, yeah.
So I'm just gonna come out and say this, that my notes are mainly quarterback based right now, just because for one, free agency is really eventful, I'm going to say. A lot of impactful players that could change the team are going to be on there or in the free agency. So one thing I'm going to bring up, I'm going to go back to the Bengals really quick, just because I can get this note out of the way. AJ McCarron signed with the Bengals, played probably two
I think it was literally
two little games, maybe not even.
I think it was like one snap, maybe 2 snaps. Dog, like
Okay.
he barely seen the field.
It
It didn't take long to find out Jake Browning was
the
dude
guy.
to carry us through while we was missing Joe Burrow. I mean,
But he asked them to be released
Mhm.
so he can go back and play for the UFL, or what was the XFL, but now the UFL. If you guys haven't been on that trend yet, to go back to play for the Battlehawks.
yeah, I mean,
I don't think I've
get
ever seen anybody. I mean, I get it. It's a starting position. That's why you went there the first time. Because
Mhm.
you got tired of riding the bench.
Well, and he wanted his kids to see him play. That
Yeah.
was, I think, one of his main motivating factors. He's made his money in the
But
NFL.
that is the first time I've ever seen anybody asked to be released to go play in a whole different, like, football that isn't in the NFL. He didn't ask to be released to go to a different team. He asked to be released to go to a whole nother league.
Yeah, I mean, and unfortunately, that's what you have to do if you want to go play in the UFL, which I really don't like. I don't think that is smart. I mean, it's smart on the NFL's part, because the NFL, of course.
Well,
like
yeah,
you said,
because if not, then everybody that still wants to play would go to the UFL just off during the offseason.
which would be amazing
It would be
for
no,
the
like, for sure.
UFL. And it would also be amazing for the players in the NFL that are on like practice squads or they're on the active roster, but they're playing 4th, 5th string wide receivers or 2nd, 3rd string running
Right.
backs that want to get more touches, more reps in, type stuff like that. The developmental players are the ones that I think they should, like, I would say if you don't have a starting spot on the NFL,
You should be
make it
allowed
to where
to.
those contracts allow you to play in different
Mhm.
places in the offseason. Because, A, then you're not losing your stars. They're not going to go over to this league and get injured because
Mhm.
your stars aren't allowed to. And,
Yeah.
I mean, they're making millions anyways. A lot of them probably ain't going to want to. They're stars for a reason. They're not going
Right.
to want to go run another league where it feels like they're playing with college kids.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how that works. But, like, for the ones that don't start every game, the ones that play less than 50% of snaps in games throughout the entire season type deal, something like that, like, let them boys go over there and play. Because it'll gain more traction to the other leagues.
Mhm.
And if the NFL just makes contracts with the UFL saying the traction that comes from the NFL players going over there has to, bring some type of money back in for the NFL. It's a win-win for them, and it's
Yeah.
a win-win for us.
I was going to
NFL
say
fans.
also your star players couldn't probably go over and play anyways because for one, the UFL probably don't have that kind of money to pay them players how much they're making. That's why the NFL has owners, I would assume. And the UFL doesn't have owners.
Yeah, but the NFL's finances are all one.
Well, yeah, I mean,
They're
everybody
all
has a cap
split
space.
Even cap space is even, but they're all split. Like revenue from stadiums, ticket sales, merchandise sales, all that stuff at the end of the year is like collected, brought together by the NFL, check split type.
So what
deal.
if the stadium's used for, so say like,
It's probably state. If we're
Okay,
about
I
to
was
say a
gonna-
totally unrelated football
Yeah.
event, yeah.
I was gonna say, so say if it was like used for like
A
dirt
concert or
biking,
something. Yeah. That's probably. I would say it's probably.
but what,
That's where the owners probably come into play. Like they get to make some money
because it's the
from
owners that
owning-
pay for the building, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, they own. Well,
Even though it's
the
sponsored
owners,
through
no,
something.
not necessarily, because I believe you don't necessarily have to own your stadium. A lot of teams actually lease stadiums, but the the ownership is basically you own the team. A lot of times, team facilities and stuff like that comes with it, but I mean, it just depends on contract agreements, stuff like that. But typically, yeah, not all the time.
Okay. So, well, reverting back to the quarterback thing I'm talking about, there's a problem. There's actually two problems. One in New England and one in Minnesota.
Oh man, that's not the problem I was gonna guess.
Justin Jefferson, he does not know if he wants to sign a long-term contract because he's waiting to see what the Vikings do at quarterback situation.
I think he really wants Kirk to come back, or he really
I say let
don't
Kirk go.
want Kirk to come
I
back.
say let Kirk go. I say move on, start fresh.
But with who?
One of the quarterbacks in the draft, trade up in the draft.
You seen that stuff about Caleb Daniels?
No.
Whoa, Caleb Williams?
Okay. About what part? Like he don't want to play for Chicago and
No, I'm talking about this man wearing dresses, dog. You ain't seen that?
no, I have not.
Oh my.
Huh?
Yeah, people saying he better be goated for real because he did the humiliation ritual and
Bro,
and
what?
posted a picture of him in a dress on social media or something, I guess. But yeah,
Dude, the whole fashion trend thing is like just taking a downhill spiral.
you're not Kid Cudi, and we didn't like it when he did it neither.
I'm just speaking in general, like, bro, half the stuff that Kanye comes out with, it's like, what are you even wearing, dude?
That man ain't there.
I'm like, bro, how's that fashion? I wouldn't be caught dead in what he wore.
I'm surprised neither of y'all have seen that.
No, I haven't. That's crazy.
I hope what I seen wasn't some just random bullcrap AI photo.
Dude,
AI be tricky nowadays.
AI is
But,
crazy.
I'm pretty sure that was legit. I'm gonna check back into it, but
But
I'm
no, I
pretty
seen
sure that
something.
was legit.
Somebody did a mock draft, and they had the Vikings trade up, and they got, is it JJ McCarthy?
Jets from Michigan.
So,
I don't know though. He's probably gonna be a good quarterback.
I feel like there's a few quarterbacks in this draft that will probably end up good. You got Washington's quarterback coming in.
Michael Penix, I don't know about.
You got Drake May from
He used
North
to play for
Carolina.
IU, dog.
Drake May. Oh,
Michael
Penix.
Penix.
Oh. I don't watch a whole lot of college ball. I'm gonna try this year to keep up with it, but we'll see.
So I've been watching highlights. I pay attention to Purdue versus IU every year. Sorry, Purdue.
JJ McCarthy's gonna be in it. That one person you just talked about wearing a dress.
Kid Cudi.
Caleb Williams. I'm joking. I know who he is.
Or, wait, was it Jaden Daniels? I don't know.
So I feel like it's gonna be a good draft this year, quarterback based. I just hope my Cardinals don't mess up with the fourth pick.
I mean, I messed up 3 first-round picks in our fantasy this year. So.
That's you, though. That's fantasy. That is fantasy. I am hoping because you got the Bears right now. Everybody's hyping up about Caleb Williams going to the Bears. Even though he keeps saying that he does not want to play. I don't know.
All right, well, you keep bringing up the Bears. What about this? Justin Fields unfollowed Chicago on Instagram.
So I seen something. Hold on. I seen something he posted from the interview. He said, even if I unfollowed a girl, it don't mean that I'm not messing with her.
Yeah, well, just because you don't follow the girl. So what I conclude by the end of this interview is A, Justin Fields might not be leaving Chicago, and B, he's probably a cheater. I mean,
like, how else are you gonna know about that?
that's a hell of a quote, man.
Yeah, like, how else are you gonna quote that?
That's one way to put it. But,
But no, I keep seeing. So all the mock drafts I see is that Bears are taking Caleb Williams. They're going to end up trading Fields during the draft. And then
People saying he's going home to ATL.
I mean, that's fine too.
That's where he's from.
As long as the Bears don't take Harrison Jr., that's okay. But I also do keep hearing that the Bears are going to might trade their first round pick.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of speculation about it.
But you got the Bears. Then you got Washington that needs a quarterback. Then you got Patriots that need a quarterback, which follows up with my second problem. But hold on. The fourth pick, my Arizona Cardinals, y'all better pick Marvin Harrison Jr. if he is available. Because if you don't, we're going to have a problem. If you mess this draft up, we're going to have a problem.
Colts.
Colts ain't going to
Trade
get
up.
close. Chris
Trade
Ballard
up.
won't do it.
Straight up.
The only way he would do it is if Irsay says, hey, give them whatever they want. Well, not whatever they want. Whoa. Hold on. Give them what we can
Give them whatever they want.
Because they're going to be like, yeah, let me get JT, Pittman.
Start throwing registers at him. Take it off. Don't take the girl. Copyright.
So, yeah. But now back to the Patriots, and I was talking about they needed a quarterback. This is leading to the second problem. Patriots quarterback room got so toxic that Bailey Zappi would not study film in the quarterback room.
Yeah.
He was studying film in the wide receiver room.
Hey,
Like, bro.
it's a good way to get rapport with the receivers.
I mean,
I mean,
yeah. Honestly, that's probably why he was a better quarterback.
Bailey Zappi, baby.
But I don't see them. Did they ever? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Jared Mayo. I was about to say, did they ever announced a new head coach for there? But it's Jared Mayo. So I don't know.
Drafts Michael Penix in this year's draft. They're going for a total different.
I don't know. I mean, they
offensive
do also. What sucks though is that they're a team that also needs a wide receiver.
scheme. They need a
They need a lot of help.
You managed to leave Vegas off of the list. Are they coming, or did you just completely leave out? Do you have faith in Aiden O'Connell, dude?
No, they are one of the teams that I was hearing about possibly going after Fields, actually.
Who?
Fields.
Oh, Justin Fields?
Yeah. So,
No, that ain't happening. No way.
that or they're going to ride with Aiden O'Connell. I mean, that or go get... I don't want them to.
Bad
but
idea.
That or go get Minshew.
Hey, low-key.
I really want the Colts to re-sign Minshew just in case anything happens.
I mean, yeah, that'd be nice, because we do need a backup plan, but...
Somebody said the Colts should go and get Mitch Trubisky. I said, dude, I'd rather ride with Sam Ellinger. I'd rather have Sam Ellinger as the backup. Clearly, Trubisky is not that good if they had to bring in Mason Rudolph over him.
I was gonna say, where did Mitch Trubisky even come from? Like, that's out of left field, dog. There are so many other quarterbacks that, like...
Okay.
Man, I'm taking Phillip Rivers' son out of high school before I take... I'm taking Gunner. And it ain't just because he's got a cool name. It's because he won All-American.
So speaking of Mr. Trubisky and the Steelers are expected to target Ryan Tannehill.
I can see that.
Like, I don't know if I could see Tannehill in a Steelers jersey though. That's just weird. I don't know.
I mean, it would be hard to see Tannehill in any other kind of jersey.
But the thing is though, is you're really gonna keep is it Malik Willis
Yeah.
over Tannehill for the backup position?
You gotta pay Tannehill more. But they're also getting rid of Derrick Henry. I mean, cap space should be opening up for him.
I don't know. The new coach said that Derrick Henry is a player that you want to keep on your offense.
The new coach.
Brian Callahan.
No, dude. I cannot have another season of Derrick Henry getting splits with Tyjae Spears.
I'm just saying.
Callahan,
All I'm
look,
saying though
dude, I
is,
like you,
hey,
man, but trade him away.
which he might.
That's crazy.
So,
That's crazy.
That really wraps up about the whole quarterback thing I got going on. Anything you got going on before I bring up something else?
I guess I'll throw in while we're still talking about quarterbacks. CJ Stroud was on Pat McAfee show. Like during the, I think it was probably last week or 2 weeks
During
ago.
the All-Star weekend?
Yeah, right around the same time. But Bert Kreschner and Tom Segura come walking onto the set, saying what up to him and everything. And all of a sudden, Bert's talking about doing push-ups. Dude.
Yeah, he's like, I could do 40.
And now he's got his shirt on. And Pat McAfee look at CJ, he's like, how many push-ups do you think he could do? CJ look at him, he go, 3. And I was like, dang, man, that's brutal. And then guess what? Kurt sat there and knocked out 40 on him. And I was like, yeah.
I just want to know how many.
Yeah, dude.
I just want to know how much did he drink before that.
He said he was super drunk. He said he was super drunk. That was funny though. And then a little after that, I heard rumors that Amber Rose was walking this man out of a celebrity softball game.
No, he was walking her out. He was giving her a ride to her apartment or house.
Yeah, but he was behind her.
No, he was beside her.
Well, the photo I seen of them coming out the gate.
I saw the video. He walked out first. He walked out first.
Point is, CJ, what are we doing? And Amber Rose, you are 14 years old.
And Never Stop Kim.
Leave that boy alone.
And Never
He
Stop
is
Kim.
my age. My age.
I'll say it again. Hello. Never Stop Kim.
When she was 18, CJ wasn't even born.
Yeah, but it don't mean that when she got older, she wasn't dating people younger in the NBA.
I just don't know why CJ Stroud going for that. Like, she done.
Can the man not
She
just
done
do
messed
night?
with- She done messed with so many dang dudes in the public eye. It ain't even funny. Like, yo, leave that alone.
Well, since we're on
Don't touch
celebrity,
that with a 10-yard
since we're talking about celebrity games, I'm going to talk about the NBA All-Star Weekend celebrity game. Micah Parsons, bro.
is a douchebag, man. But you go ahead. And then I'll continue with why.
No, go ahead, because like, go ahead. I gotta hear why. Before I even say this about him.
All right, dude. If you gonna be famous, making millions a year, don't complain when there are little kids that look up to you and that like you and like watching you and support you and are just simply asking for a signature. And you go, instead of take the time to give them signatures, like 3 kids. That's it, 3 kids. You take the time to take a picture of them, post it on Twitter, and complain about people coming up and asking you for signatures. Like, is there a time and a place for it? Sure, yeah. But yo, 3 little kids asking you for signatures, and you just go.
Yeah, that's messed up. I would understand if it's like adults, because like talked about before, Shaq Leonard came out and said that he was done at the games. He was done signing adult signatures, and that he's gonna focus on the kids.
Yeah.
So I would understand that, but yeah, that's like really rough, dude. Like, kids are wanting your signature.
Yeah, I mean, like, what do you think those kids think about you now? They're like, oh, Micah, can't, like, hey, you just ignoring them. And then you just take a little photo of them, and now they're famous on the internet, and they still ain't getting nothing signed. Like,
Yeah.
douchebag. I mean,
Wow.
Buddy won MVP?
that's what I was going to talk about. I don't even know how to go about this now. Like, that's just really cruel for him to do. I'll just say it line for line, I guess. Micah Parsons brings home a trophy to Dallas, but it wasn't with the Dallas team.
It'll never be.
It was for himself. Also about the celebrity game, though, I'm gonna hype up my boy. Well, not my boy, but my boy Puka Nacua. That man should have entered the dunk contest. During that celebrity game, he was flying.
He was getting up. I mean, he was slamming on him a little bit.
Yeah, so next year I expect Puka Nacua to be in the dunk contest.
Is there a celebrity dunk contest?
No. But they brought, who was that one guy? The guy that won it.
Matt McClung.
Yeah, he's from, I think, the G League. Not even in the NBA.
Huh.
Yeah, he's from the G League.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I didn't even watch that. I seen that Lillard won it, though.
What's the G stand for? So John Morant play over there? Yo, you hear he got caught up with a pistol in the back of another live video again, dog?
No, I didn't do that.
Again, dog.
Just
Stop thugging, bro. Get a stun gun or something. So the next time.
not even, because if he waves that around, he'd be like, "Oh, gun!"
I mean, but like you could be like, no, it ain't. You know, like point it at somebody, fire real quick, demonstrate it ain't gonna kill them, just gonna zap their body a little bit.
Still,
You know
it's,
what
I don't know. The way the world is, it's still a weapon.
I mean? Yeah, that's fair. I don't know.
But yeah, that's crazy. John Moran, you just gotta stay away from guns, dude, if you're gonna keep playing in the league.
Yeah, I mean, so you know, another celebrity in that game. Already brought him up. C.J. Stroud pulling 40-year-olds and putting down 30-pointers.
Yeah.
And he's a dog. Made it to
Rookie
the
of the year.
playoffs. Yeah, I was
Rookie of the
saying,
year.
man.
Offensive rookie of the year. Let me rephrase
He was sitting in the box with Kim Kardashian during the Super Bowl, which, I mean, he wasn't like right next to Kim, but he was in their box, which had me like, this man knows the Kardashians?
Okay.
Like,
Hey, when you become rookie of the
what
year,
happened?
so when you lead a team that was not good the year before, and you lead them to the playoffs,
Kylie don't like you. Is that what you said?
they see money. You win offensive rookie of the year in the NFL honors, so that puts your name out there even more. That screams money and fame.
All Kim looking at is another model for an underwear brand.
Yeah, I did see that.
Wait, what? He got a
Yeah.
hot Cheeto deal?
I think it's just regular Cheetos. Yeah, he's already getting endorsements, so he gets all the
Yeah.
Cheetos he wants for lifetime.
Yeah, that'll happen.
So, that wraps it up for me, man. What else you got going on?
We just can't skip past Bill Belichick.
Not having a... Oh, wait. No, hold on. He got a job, but it's not an actual coaching job. He's teaching.
What?
Bill Belichick, he is teaching X's and O's. He's not coaching. He's teaching. Defense and offensive plays.
At Nebraska?
Huh?
At Nebraska.
I didn't know where. I just knew it said that he was teaching X's and O's.
Because the post I seen said Bill Belichick to Nebraska, and I just figured he was going to coach, dog.
No, I don't. I mean,
X and
what I've seen,
X's and O's.
like, it's going to be a
Playbook
class.
Deal or what?
Like, I think it's going to be an actual class.
For football players?
I'm not too sure if it's for football players or for people that want to, like, get into coaching or...
Get it, Billy.
That's real messed up, though. I mean, one of the, like... one of the somewhat good head coaches before you started cheating.
Deflategate. It wasn't Bill Belichick.
Yeah, you're the head coach.
It was Tom Brady.
You're the head coach. You take full responsibility.
For those that don't know, that ain't. I don't know.
I was gonna
who
say they
writes
had
that
the
song.
Deflate Gate, and then they had the Spy Gate,
Yeah.
and then Sean Payton had the Bounty Gate, where he's paying
That was
all his,
messed up.
where he's paying his defensive players to wreck people.
I was gonna say that was probably the worst scandal in history out of all of them, bro. At least Belichick was like a soft cheater.
Soft cheater.
Sean Payton was like, "Yo, you
Sean
play."
Payton was like, off with their heads.
Nah, this man was like, "Hey, you ever played blitz?
I'm about to show you really quick. Hold on.
Do that." Yeah, no, I don't know. Sean Payton low-key psychotic for that.
Yeah, now look at him, coaching the Broncos.
I'm convinced he'd put a hit out on a person.
Yeah. Can't imagine what was the pay for hitting Peyton Manning in the Super Bowl.
He's like, "You see Lamar? Hit the meniscus." Whoa. Anthony Richardson, take out the rotator cuff. Oh my god. He's like,
don't
"Dude, you
speak that
started-"
one into
He
existence.
said, "You started using health terms, and I just."
Oh.
What's a cotator rough, dude? Like, hold on, that ain't even what I said. Why'd you just reverse the two first letters?
Oh man.
That's about it. We can talk about teams with most cap space real quick, though. Commanders,
Go ahead, shoot.
they need it. They're at the very top of the list.
Is Terry McLaurin a free agent? I keep seeing about like, oh, coach should go get him, bring him home. Is he a free agent?
No idea. Probably not. People probably just talk.
I also keep seeing that we're one of the top landing spots for Mike Evans, and I'm like, bro, we can't pay him and Pittman.
Evans and Pittman look like the exact same, bro. Low-key, same build, tattoos down the arm, like.
Evans did it first.
Sorry, Pittman. I bet Evans don't own cows and stuff.
Probably not, because he
Horses.
lives in Tampa.
This man owns dolphins.
That man, I was gonna say, that man probably owns he's probably like adopted a whale or something.
No, that's Jim Irsay. R.I.P. Willie. Free Willie. He's free now. Oh boy. Yeah. Anyways, Commanders, like we said, they're top of the list with $73 million in cap space. They need it. They need to do something. Titans, $67 million.
Honestly, hold on, back to Washington. What do you think they need?
I mean, their offensive line was good. Then they started trading people away from that, so that got bad. They need a quarterback.
They need edge rushers.
I was just say their defense really.
So they got, is it Montez Sweat? And then you got Josh Sweat that plays for Philly. I think it's Montez Sweat.
Pretty sure Josh Sweat is the one that plays for
Philly.
Philly. I
And
don't
then-
know about no man named.
And then they got,
Sweat.
don't they got, what's his name? He's the defensive tackle. Deron Payne and somebody else.
Yeah.
Is it Jonathan Allen?
No. I don't think so.
So they need another edge rusher after trading
It might
Chase
be.
Young.
They need work all the way around.
I say
Defense-
they need to focus on defense.
I mean, defense
And a
mainly,
quarterback.
And a quarterback. They don't need running back. They're good there.
Yeah.
They got enough to handle.
And if they keep Terry McLaurin, you still got Curtis Samuel, and you still got
Jahan Dotson.
yeah. So I think they're pretty solid on offense.
But if you don't got a good one throwing the ball, then they're terrible anyway.
That's when you
So-
just hope and pray for Brian Robinson to lead the team.
Yeah.
But okay, so
Next up.
Washington first,
Yeah.
and Cap.
The Titans for $67 million.
Oh yeah, they're probably even going to get more after. Well, is that with Henry gone?
I don't believe so, because his contract technically ain't terminated yet, or it shouldn't be.
I don't know how free agency actually works in depth, but I don't know. Like,
Contract shouldn't be up until like after another month or two when they start rolling everything.
they need wide receivers.
Yeah, besides D-Hop. I mean, Treylon Burks looks all right.
I'm surprised they're even keeping D-Hop. Figured they would have just kept him for a year.
I mean, he worked out for him pretty well. He was,
Yeah.
man, one of the mainly only got Chad Okonkwo. Woo.
Woo!
Surprised me, man.
Yeah.
Whoa. He came out smoking gun this year, and I didn't think that. But other than that, you got the Bears sitting right under them at 66 mil, and the Patriots sitting right under them at 66 mil. That's pretty much the four biggest ones, and then you got my Bengals up there, but it's a little bit of a drop off from there. They got 59 mil to play with. Out of everybody on this list,
What the Cardinals have?
my team don't need to spend that much cap space. What?
You got the Cardinals on there?
Nah, I have the top 5 in that.
Oh.
Which means that they're under 59 million.
I don't know how.
I don't know.
I'll have to look
Ask
into
your
that.
boy Kyler.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to look into that because that's wild. Like,
Yeah, but that is all I got for the notes. And you don't got nothing else?
actually, I just had something pop up talking about D-Hop, his future for the 2024 season. It don't say much. It's just talking about how Tennessee Titans DeAndre Hopkins could look for another team next season on a mutual parting of ways.
Right.
So that's it. So you said you're good.
I am good. You want me to close out?
If you want to, go ahead. They haven't heard you for a minute.
Y'all want me to close out? Just go act like the camera nodded right there. Oh. It has been a pleasure this NFL season, but it is probably going to be one of the last few videos that you see us actually talking about the NFL for this year. Well, the beginning of this year. We'll be talking about it later, of course. Can't stay away from it forever. Gonna miss it.
Can't stay away from football, period, because we got other things coming up.
But, as he said, we got other things coming up. You're not going to just not hear from us. That ain't the way this works.
No.
We still come to work, even though y'all don't pay us. It's okay. Coming up soon, we're going to be talking about the new UFL League.
Yes,
The
sir.
mix of the USFL and the XFL, how they have now combined, if you ain't heard us talking about that. However, stay tuned for those episodes, and your boys are going to be coming up with some more stuff soon. So, stay on the edge of your seat, turn the post notifications on, subscribe to the YouTube, follow the Instagram, follow the Twitter. We got Twitter? Yeah, we do. Follow the TikToks, like the page on Facebook. Make sure to comment on some posts while you're there. Tell us your thoughts and opinions. Share the videos with your friends. And forever stay ballin' with your boys.
Because if you ain't balling with your boys, who you balling with?
Ballin'!
I'm out.